Well, welcome back to the Gobby Gaffer here at Espanyol, and it's the last season before FM24 comes out proper next Tuesday, and we'll have sometime around there we'll have the new grassroots to goal boot save starting. But anyway, one more season with Espanyol. We're in the Champions League. Let's give it a go. So I didn't quite win that Manager of the Year. Ancelotti won that, but I came second. I'm quite pleased with that. Little bit on the season review. So Thiago Thomas there, 23-year-old striker, 7.28 average rating, 15 goals, 9 assists, absolutely terrific signing. Like I say, I know Thiago Thomas of old, so can play on the right, he can play up top, brilliant player. Carnesecchi, more about Carnesecchi shortly, but 25-year-old goalkeeper came in from Atalanta for 1.7 million and came in with an average rating of 7.11. A couple of loan players in there, Adingra and Gendry, both getting, well, Adingra 7.10, Gendry getting a 6.96, but both appearing reasonably high up in the new player stats. Scotty, as we've now called him, came in from Bristol City for 875,000. We're now turning down offers of 33 million. I mean, glitch, I have no idea. But 39 appearances, 7 goals, 11 assists, 7.09. Fernandez, the fullback, came in from United, overall 6.96. And Vasco Souza was the board's kind of signing of the season, and he came back with a 6.95, and he is at the moment complaining that he's not in the team enough, and I agree with him. The little award ceremony that we have, I got Manager of the Month once in February. Obviously I came second in the Manager of the Year, so a bit of a feather in my cap. Ivan Azan, no surprise there, Fans Player of the Season, 7.4 rating. Young Player of the Season, again Azan. Signing of the Season was the goalkeeper, Carnesecchi, again, more about him in a minute. And a goal of the season was Adingra's goal. Top goal scorer, Azan. Most assists, Scotty, that's very, very nice to see. And most Player of the Match awards, Ivan Azan with 8. Club reputation's gone up slightly. We're now a 3.5 star club, which is nice. Seeing as we're in the Champions League, well, again, we'll have a look at that in a second. Revenue, sponsorship, very slightly down. Broadcast revenue up massively from 7.86 million to 34 million. So, I mean, that's really, really nice to see. Corporate hospitality, very slightly up. No competition prize money. And match day commercial and revenue, again, up very slightly. Shirt sales, Scotty, top of the shop, and Apple Camp, Thiago Thomas, Bodo and Benati in there as well. More about Benati in a second. Okay, down to the nitty gritty. Players bought and sold. Players sold first. I'll just get my big head out of the way. Well, let me tell you that one day before the transfer window slammed shut, an offer came in for my goalkeeper, Carnesecchi, 6 million from Porto. And apparently it was his buyout clause, and within 2 emails he'd gone, and I lost my goalkeeper. So Carnesecchi has gone. Tech Petty, the right winger, has gone. He was complaining like mad he wasn't getting enough game time, 2.7 million. Carboni, he was complaining a lot, the left-footed centre-back. He's gone to Crystal Palace, 2.4 million. Lucas De Santos, I was very, very upset to lose him. But again, he wasn't getting enough game time, complaining bitterly, went to Fulham, 4.1 million. Victor Gomez, who was out on loan last season, managed to sell him to Watford, 4.5 up to 5.75 million. And Adrian Benabe, again, another, left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth, didn't really want to lose him, but again, he just wouldn't cheer up. Went to Crystal Palace, 8.5 million. Players in, I have spoken about the 4 players that were coming in on free transfers. The first one from Burnley, Darko Cherlinov. Again, I'm not going to read all the stats out, you can have a look at those yourself. But we did need, with Adingra going back off loan. None of the loan players, by the way, wanted to come back, so We lost all the loan players. We did need a left winger. Appelkamp can play out there and does a good job, but we do need him in midfield really. So Darko Cherlinov comes in as a left or right winger. Atletico Madrid next. Marcos Paulo, 25-year-old Portuguese left winger, actually can play all around the front. So very, very good, useful backup player. And from Ghent, I'm not quite sure how you let's say this lad's name, Torunariga. I literally have no idea. He's going to have to get a nickname because I cannot commentate with these really complicated names. But anyway, 4 of 3, left-footed centre-back. Absolutely brilliant stats, 6'3", amazing at heading. He's going to get a lot of game time this season, and he'll be rotating with Niakate. And this signing, he's turning out to be, well, with what's happened in recent days, it's turned out to be a very, very good signing. 27-year-old Egyptian goalkeeper, Mahmoud Gad. Again, stats look very, very good, but we are going to need to sign another goalkeeper now. So having thought I brought in a really good kind of, he's not even really a backup, he's an important player. So it was maybe going to give me a little bit of a problem with Carnesecchi. I mean, I've probably got the same problem now because I've signed an Italian goalkeeper as well. Obviously, one of the players that, or one of the positions that we had a player on loan for last season, he's gone back. I brought in a signing, Alphonse Samsted, 28-year-old Icelandic right wing back. Again, looks very, very good. He's been starting the majority of games. Paid some money for this lad to Benfica, 15.5 million. He's not really gone up in price a lot, 20 million now. So it's a 3-star with the potential to be 3.5, but he can play all across the front. So obviously with Lorenzo Luca going, we have got Azon up front. We've been batting away offers for him, big offers as well, but we've been batting them away. This lad's come in so we can do a job all across the front for us. 5 million next for a 26-year-old Croatian, Rocco Bacharina, out and out striker. He's a poacher, gives us a little bit of something different up front. If Azon's not playing well, he can come in, do a bit of poaching for us. Again, half decent stats. And lastly is the goalkeeper, signed on deadline day. Another Italian goalkeeper, 24-year-old Stefano Turati. He's a star player, 3.5 star with the potential to be 4. Got some very, very good stats. 17 for one-on-ones, 16 for reflexes, 16 for positioning. I'm reading stats out again. I've just realised. Whether we'll have a problem between Gad and this lad, I don't know. The unfortunate side is he's actually coming injured. Not just an injury, a broken lower arm. I'm sure he'll get over it. He's got 4 weeks to get over it, but at least we have got a really good backup there who can alternate. Squad registration is still looking a little low. I haven't had a lot of money to spend. I brought a little bit in. We had 18 million originally. 18 million doesn't really buy you an awful lot now in the advanced stage that we're in. We're now in September 2026. It doesn't buy you an awful lot, so I've had to do a lot of wheeler dealing. And the squad size again, 22. The maximum squad size is 25. We've only got 22. But I have brought a young kid in. Javier was out on loan last season. He's doesn't need to be registered. He's only 18. Look at this kid's stats for an 18-year-old. I mean, he's got a 5-star potential. He's going to be, I don't know why he's not a wonder kid. I'm not really very sure, but he will definitely get some game time. And I also got this young lad as well, 18-year-old, was recommended to bring him into the first team. Nowhere near as good, but he may well get some game time. The European registration is causing me a problem. Kind of took my eye off the ball a little bit. I don't know whether I expected to get European football, if I'm really honest. So the signings that I've been making don't really comply with European rules. And if you notice here, 8 players trained in Spain for 3 years. We've only got 4. And 4 players trained by Espanyol. We've only got 1. So we can actually only register 21 players. But again, I think that Javier and Diomede are okay for that squad. You'll notice there as well that is it Diogo Travasos? He's complaining at the moment. He's not getting any game time. Back up right, full back. He wants to go out on loan. The transfer window has gone now, so whether I still do that or not, I don't know. His morale is very low. The problem is if he goes, we really have no backup right back. The game is throwing me curveballs all of the time. You think you've got a position sorted out, you think you've got a player happy, they throw you another curveball. It's a bit of a nightmare. Staffing screen, I have asked for more staff, they wouldn't give me any. So the staff that were out of contract, if I could get a better one, I have done. I brought in three or four new scouts. They've been doing a good job for us. I think I brought 3 new coaches in, a couple of new physios. So again, the staffing screen is looking very nice. And the finance is not looking too bad. 48 million in the bank. We have still have a transfer budget of just under 6 million, and the wage budget is under by about 40,000 as well. So we're nicely set up. If in January I need to bolster the squad, I've got a little bit of money there that I can do that with. And the Champions League draw has been made, so we have 8 games to play. LALIGA 3.5-star team, Salzburg 4-star, Benfica 4.5-star, AS Monaco 4-star, Celtic 3.5, Eintracht Frankfurt 4, Real Madrid 5. I thought you couldn't play your own country's teams, but hey ho, we have to roll with it. And the last one is Ajax, who are a 4-star. I mean, I think there are points to winning there. I certainly think the Ajax game maybe at home. Certainly the Celtic game away is a possibility. The first game against LALIGA, that's at home, 3.5-star team, maybe, I don't know, but it's going to be very, very difficult actually, getting out of out of the league stage. I think. Little catch up on the schedule as per usual. I like to get through to the transfer window, so we have played 3 La Liga games. As you can see there, played a bunch of friendlies. We lost one of them, not quite sure what happened on that day. But we beat Sevilla 2-1 in the first game of the season. 3-1 against Athletic Bilbao. Levante was a strange game. We were all over them. 2-0 up. About 10 minutes to go in the game and they scored 2 goals. And no matter what I did, I dropped the lines, I went more defensive, cautious. I tried everything. Nothing made a difference at all. The game was determined that Levante were going to score 2 goals. So we dropped points in that one. But again, it's one of those. You have to bear in mind what the board requirement for this season is: a top half finish and do okay-ish in the Champions League. So I've put that to the players. They all seem fine with that. So I'm sure we can do a top half finish. But if you watch my Schalke save that I did recently, when we got into Europe with Schalke, we actually dropped out of the European places because it was too much and there were too many games to play. So whether that will happen with us, bearing in mind the size of our squad, it could well do. So all nicely caught up. A couple of home games for you now. So Celta Vigo is the first one, and then we have our first Champions League game against the Polish club LALIGA. So let's get stuck in. Well, welcome to the dugout for this home game against the Celta Vigo. And the team is Gad in goal, so we get our first chance to have a look at the new Egyptian goalkeeper. Back four of Fernandez, Niakate, Williams and Travasos is having a bit of a moan and a groan at the moment. He wants to go out on loan, not getting enough game time. I've just had a quick word with him. Luckily or unluckily, Sampstead is very tired for today's game, so Travasos does get a start. The midfield 3 are Souza, Scotty and Frangic. We have Appelkamp on the left wing. Have been playing Cherlinov there. Again, very tired. So Appelkamp gets a start today. Thomas on the right wing with Azon up top. So it would be very nice to get a win today to get that momentum rolling for our first foray into the Champions League. But anyway, Celta Vigo have the first highlight. just knocking the ball around there. Can we keep it tight down that side? We haven't done. And that is nicely taken by Williams there. Looks as though it might have been a penalty, but we get away with that one. Applecamp now, ball into that back post, and we are beginning to find that ball now. We just need to learn to head the ball down. But of course, if the player's off balance, then that's a bit of a difficult one. Another nice tackle there in the penalty area. Scotty comes away with the ball. Thiago Thomas, there's a pass left. There's a pass left, very left. No, not looking for it. Okay, he's running into a bit of a tight corner, but he does manage to get a ball over to the left, and Ivan Azan there heads the ball over the bar. Back with the throw, Travasos to Scotty. Travasos again. He gives the ball away, but does retrieve it. Scotty now to Frangic. Ball to Travasos. We're actually retreating here, but maybe there's a method in the madness. Maybe we're pulling them out of shape a little bit. They have got 5 across the back, so it's going to take something to try and penetrate this. We do lose the ball there, and we have lost it completely. So Celta Vigo now gain possession, coming forward, and if this is going to be a highlight, then there's going to be a shot at the end of this. Williams again doing some great work at the back. Applecamp now down that left hand side. What can he do with this ball? We need to find a blue and white shirt, and it was a well-meant shot, but unfortunately over the bar. So half time, I'm going to say this isn't good enough. Absolutely unacceptable. I think we'll give the lads a flea in their ear and just send them out and see what happens. They might just take that flea in their ear to heart and start turning it on. But Celta Vigo, first highlight of the second half. Can we nick this ball? We've been very, very good at doing it. We have nicked it, but a fortuitous break there, and Gad flaps a little bit at that one. That's the first thing that he's had to do, or at least in the highlights. An outswinger now from the corner. And that ball's headed out. Travasos now, he was chasing the ball down. If he wants some game time, he's going to have to do better than that. 56 minutes, I've made a few changes. I've pushed the lines forward a little bit and up the tempo a little bit. 2 changes as well. Azan has come off. Get a chance to see Bacharina in that poacher role, and Tengsted has come on instead of Thiago Thomas on the right. So a couple of changes. Can that make the difference? We've actually had no shots on target as we speak. We come back to a highlight. Applecamp, lovely ball into the box. Can that get headed? No. Scotty just needs to hit this. Oh my word. Another change. Marcus Paolo has come on left wing. Sousa has moved up now into an attacking midfield berth, and Applecamp has dropped into midfield. So let's see if we can get this winning goal. We don't have a lot left in the game now. About 20 minutes or so. We still haven't had a shot on target. 84 minutes, and we're still looking for our first shot on target. Samsted has come on as an attacking wing back, and Bodo has come on in midfield. Can we actually get a winner in this game? This has been a very, very poor performance, if I'm honest, and it looks like we're going to run out to another draw. Not one single shot on target. Going into Champions League, that is not great. I'm not happy at all. That was shocking. And there we see the league table. It's early doors. We've played 4. We've got 8 points. We're doing okay. Let's play another 10 games before we make any decisions. Well, we're going to need to do an awful lot better than that in the Champions League, because that kind of performance at home is not good enough. No shots on target for 90 minutes. Absolutely awful. We'll see you in the dugout. Yes, another home game, and it's our first foray into the Champions League. The team is Gadin goal, back 4 of Lello, Taroniangaib, I don't know, no idea, Williams and Samsted. Midfield 3 are Scotty, Sousa and Frangic. I've changed them round a little bit, so Sousa is the DLP. see if we can actually create a little bit more. Cherlinov is back today, Thomas on the other wing, and Ivan Azon up front. And we do get a highlight straight from the kickoff. I have to say my team talks at the moment are falling on deaf ears. I'm getting absolutely nothing out of them at all. But at least, I mean, if you watch my Schalke save, we were in the Europa Conference League, and the number of games that we had to play in that qualifying games, at least we've not had to do that this time. So we go straight into the group stage, and we've got those 8 games to play. But it's only been a couple of games since the was it Levante that we played. It's only been a couple of games. So we're getting a feel for the ball here. Cherlinov, nice ball forward to Scotty. Scotty puts the ball in the back of the net with his right foot. That looks like it's standing. Absolutely brilliant. There's 50 seconds on the clock, and we're 1 up against Legia Warsaw. So I think we lulled them into a false sense of security there. We were slow, quick in the back of the net. And Scotty gets, I think that might be his first goal of the season, I'm not quite sure. That league table's looking very nice. First, Espanyol with 3 points. Okay, Samstead, what can we do with this one? I mean, bearing in mind we were 2-0 up in the league, although it was away from home in the last but one league game, and we ended up drawing it 2-2. So we do have to be careful with these teams. That obviously they've got Champions League experience, but that's an easy ball to deal with there, and I still don't know what I'm going to call him. I really don't. I can't commentate using that name. Scotty. Cherlinov. Please don't give it back to our centre-back because I can't pronounce his name. Vasco Souza, Thiago Thomas. Lovely ball through. Ivan Azon. And Ivan Azon is not firing on all cylinders at the moment. We've had 3 shots, 2 on target. So there's not an awful lot happening in this half. 37 minutes now for the next highlight. Ball over the top there, onto their right hand side. That should be the keeper's ball. Nice catch from Gad. We've not seen an awful lot from our keeper yet. I'm not sure whether he can catch a ball, save a ball. We're not sure yet. But we have got the Italian lad breathing down his neck as well. And those usually end up in a goal. They've hit the crossbar with that. 42 minutes, back with another highlight. Is it going to be a highlight? Can we put the white round thing between the 2 white sticks again? Come on, Scotty, do your stuff, lad. Just slide it through. He's gonna have a do. Whoa! And the keeper. That was a magnificent shot, but an even better save. Half time. Just going to say that was a good first half. Keep it up, and let's have a quick look now. Lello is on a yellow card, but I think we should be okay. Let's just move this on a little bit now. So Lello with the corner. We are getting very good at these corners, but unfortunately that one doesn't find the back of the net. Out to Scotty. Vasco Souza has hit the crossbar. Oh, Lello! My word, Lello, you should have broke the net with that one. That should have been the second goal. Thiago Thomas now. It's all Espanyol in the game. It's all Espanyol. Vasco Souza now. Ball through there for Ivan Azon. He's going to hit that in the back of the net. And he has done. Referee wheels away to the centre circle. Lovely finish that from Ivan Azon. And we do need to get our shooting boots on. We need to start putting the ball in the back of the net. Create chances and get them shots on target. But this was very, very nice. Vasco Souza there. A lovely pinpoint ball split between 3 players. And Ivan Azon just turns, hits it with his left foot. We're 2-0 up. Our centre-back there, who I can't pronounce his name, we're going to have to give him I'm not sure what nickname to give him. Scotty was very easy. Rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Bodo, that was very easy. But I'm not sure about him. I'll have to have a think about it. Vasco Souza now. Ball through there to Thiago Thomas. pulls it on his inside, and that's a ball through that's a little bit too far in front of Ivan Azon. So we can expect Legia Warsaw now to come at us for the last period of this game. They're not going to sit back, are they? Lello now, churling off. I think it's maybe time for Lello to come off on that yellow card. He did have that shot that was very, very wild. Samsted, ball in there. That's just a tap-in. Thiago Thomas, the third goal. We're winning 3-0 now. So maybe we didn't need momentum going into this game. But I think probably most La Liga teams are going to be better than this Legia Warsaw team. But that was nicely worked. Scotty now with the ball. Back to our central defender. Williams now. Williams plays the ball to Franjic. Franjic just holding his position there as the DM. Thiago Thomas through to Ivan. Can he stick that in the back of the net? Yes, he can. His second goal of the game, third of the season, 4-0. This is a very, very nice win and sets us off very nicely on our Champions League campaign. So we seem to have done quite a bit of this in this game. Just a very, very slow build up, and then all of a sudden we strike, bump in the back of the net. Unfortunately, it didn't work against Levante. 63 minutes, 4 goals. I can make 5 changes. Well, hopefully I can. Javier, the young kid, has come on, ball-winning midfield player. We brought Fernandez on at left back. Who else have we done? Tengsted has come on the right wing, and Marcus Paulo has come on the left, and Appelkamp in midfield. Just noticed there, Manchester United getting beat at home by PSG. Kind of mirrors real life, doesn't it? Tengsted, Vasco Souza, ball to Williams now. Williams to Sempsted on this right hand side. Back to Williams again. There's still about 20 minutes of this game to go, so I think maybe it's probably time to go into a cautious mentality. Ball's in the back of the net. Appelkamp just come on, grabs the goal. For the first time in the game, the referee is going to go to VAR, I think. So all my calls for let's not have too many VAR decisions have definitely worked in this game. So that's the first one that's gone to VAR, but it has been given. 5-0, absolutely brilliant. Hopefully this sets us up nicely. And of course, when you make all of your 5 changes in one go, I should have known better really. When you make all of your 5 changes in one go, you do get an injury. And Sampstead now is looking like that might be a bad injury. Not quite sure, does it tell you on here? Potential lower leg injury. So there's not an awful lot I can do now. I've made my 5 changes. I think we're probably going to have to go to 3 at the back. And that's all I can do really now. And we do manage to clear that one off the line. So we're getting a little bit of late pressure now. Fernandez there picks the ball up. Back to Gad. It'd be nice to keep a clean sheet, even though there's been a little bit of buffoonery gone on with injuries. But Appelkamp now. We just need to get the ball in their half and keep it there. Azon. Back to the unmentionable centre half. I've no idea what that was. And that's full time. A nice 5-0 win. And that is not good. I think if I'd have only made the 4 substitutions, this wouldn't have happened. But Samsted now is out for 3 months. The game definitely knows what it's doing, doesn't it? So my backup right back wants to go out on loan. He's not happy. He's very, very grumpy. It's very rare you can get them out of that once you've got them into it. So he wants to go out on loan. Now, my first choice at right back is out for 3 months. So essentially, I have no right back now. Transfer window's shut. But it's nice to be back in the Champions League. 2.4 million for a win. Absolutely brilliant money, and that will help our financial situation no end. And let's just have a little bit of fun, shall we? Puts a little bit of a smile on my face. Should put a smile on yours as well. That's the only time you're going to see this. UEFA Champions League. Who are first? Espanyol. Because of the 5 goals that we scored, we're actually beating PSG, Inter. Bayern Munich were up there as well. But we're beating all of the teams now to top spot by way of goal difference. It's nice while it's lasting, isn't it? It won't last for very long, I don't think. And, well, it's been the usual Espanyol episode. 4 points. 3 in the Champions League, 1 in La Liga, a 4-point episode. What more do you want? Well, I would have liked 6 points, but you can't have everything, can you? Gonna go and play a few games off camera now. We'll be back very shortly. I'll try and work another Champions League game in there because, that gives us a measure of where we're at. But that right back position now is going to be a problem. Whether I can talk Travasos round, I don't know. He's got a 4.5, 5-star potential, and I had him earmarked this season for taking over that right back role. I did think we needed a bit more experience in there with having Champions League, so he has been knocked back to second choice again, and he doesn't like it. Can I talk him round? You'll have to come back for the next episode and see. We'll see you very shortly.